ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood has just come out swinging with some of her bullish price predictions for Bitcoin and for crypto. Now, if you have taken the time to listen to the podcast and interviews she has been a part of, you would have noticed a common trend, a common theme. That even now, in her words, we are still early, the institutions still have very little involvement in this space, and that this is just the beginning. With regulatory clarity finally coming to the United States, following the passing of the Genius Act stablecoin bill into law by Trump and the forwarding of the Clarity Act, the market structure bill, to the Senate, this institutional adoption, which is still lackluster in Cathie Wood's words, is about to increase significantly, and as a result, there will be a significant supply versus demand imbalance. As they all gradually and then suddenly flood into Bitcoin, flood into crypto, we're going to see a massive explosion. And this is simply because crypto is the next generation of the internet, as Cathie Wood expresses in this interview, so listen very closely.
Network, and it's taking advantage of three powerful revolutions. It's a technology revolution, really the next generation of the internet, putting the native currencies into the internet. The developers did not do this in the late 80s, early 90s when they were evolving the internet because they didn't know that finance and commerce would take place on the internet. So that's a revolution.
Now, of course, she is highlighting Bitcoin here. Not surprising there at all, but here's the thing: if you understand crypto or just the very basics of Bitcoin, you will know undoubtedly that Bitcoin is physically unable to become the next generation of the internet because it's unable to scale. That's its downfall. So when Cathie Wood is talking here about Bitcoin, the way to depict it is simply just talking about crypto as a whole. And to us, XRP holders, we could easily depict this as they're talking about XRP. That XRP is the next generation of the internet, with RLUSD, Ripple stablecoin, with Ripple's institutional and governmental partnerships, with its industrial grade security and custody and Ripple scalability, XRP's ledger scalability. XRP is the true native asset, the native currency of the internet, the true bridge currency for the new world. XRP currently valued at $3.51, up roughly 2.61% on the daily time frame. XRP is truly undervalued. Its true value is going to be released very, very soon. So how do we get from here to Cathie Wood there confirming XRP will be worth a minimum of $193.05? Here we are, an image from Digital Asset Investor here. The image of the 1 and 5 year returns to Bitcoin and to XRP, to which XRP has been outperforming Bitcoin to no surprise, I am sure. And by the way, keep in mind this 5 year return element, all this stuff here, that is still without institutions helping pump the value of Bitcoin in the form of ETFs. When XRP gets ETFs, Endgame, XRP is going to rally so much higher. But that's what we see right now, with unfair advantage for Bitcoin in that regard. And it states here that if XRP continues to outperform Bitcoin by the same factor as in the past year, and Bitcoin reaches $1 million, which by the way is Cathie Wood's price target for Bitcoin by 2030 in 5 years time, then XRP will be worth approximately $193.05, which is insane. But that's not all. The reason why I say that is because that's the minimum XRP will reach as a result of this. If this is correct, if XRP follows and continues to outperform Bitcoin, that is the minimum, because Cathie Wood very recently changed her price prediction for Bitcoin, stating that her team and herself are now confident that Bitcoin will reach 1.5 million, extra $500,000 by 2030. Listen closely here.
Year 25?
So what I'd like first is to address the longer term target. So the number you mentioned, somewhere in the 2.4 to 2.9 million range, would be if investors were to use the optimal allocation towards Bitcoin based on its history. And that, of course, is a big number. I think it's close to 20%. No one's going to do that, at least not now. However, if you look at our big ideas 2025, you'll see that our bull case for Bitcoin in 2030 is closer to 1.5 million, still more than tenfold from where we are today. And our confidence has increased as the institutional interest has increased. In terms of a one-year forecast, that's very difficult. We don't do those. However, I will tell you, we have an on-chain analytics expert, David Puel, who has 4 main indicators right now that are still pointing to a bull market. And we've just had a major breakout. I think many of the technicals were beginning to look a little iffy or shaky, and they have now been cleared. Those hurdles have been cleared. So we think that for the next year, that this bull market will remain intact.
So if that is true, and if Cathie Wood is correct, which she's got institutional analysts and hired researchers to look into this, if she is correct, that means XRP will go so much higher than $193. The true native currency of the internet. We are simply not bullish enough on XRP, and frankly for crypto as a whole for that matter, we are not bullish enough on crypto and what is to come. So if you want to find out a lot more, don't want to miss out on the other incoming opportunities, then come to much more here in the VIP. wop.com/coinfactory. From alpha institutional research documents, learn what smart money is saying to their clients, allowing us to get ahead of the retail market, educational videos, trade alerts, private live streams, and so much more. Check it all out. 7-day free trial as well. Link down below in the description. And remember, as always, do your own research. Don't look short term. Think long term. And I'll see you in the next one.